These two little blood clots shot a rival drug dealer to death over a £40 debt that they owed him. Jerome Smichel and Kayongo Shulako shot drug dealer Joshua Baines to death over $40 they owed him in Northampton. Joshua Baines was a middle-level drug dealer and he'd sell drugs to small-time dealers around the Northampton area. On the 4th of October 2018, drug dealers Jerome Smichel and Congo Shaliko arranged a £700 deal with Joshua. The drugs were handed over, but the two clowns shorted Joshua by £40. Joshua realised this a short time later, and he texted Jerome saying the money is £40 short. Jerome replied quickly and said they would give it to him later that night, and they arranged to meet just before 9 p.m. Josh was driving with a friend in the passenger seat, and he pulled up outside a local shop where they had planned to meet. Jerome pulled up a short time later with Kiongo in the passenger seat. Joshua got into the back of the car, and whatever was said in that car quickly made the situation a lot worse. Joshua got out of the car and so did Jerome and Congo. They started arguing. Joshua's friend got out of the car to try and back his friend. As he did so, Jerome Smichel and Kayongo Shulako pulled out two guns and started shooting at them. Joshua's friend jumped in a bush for cover, but Joshua Baines was shot in the chest. One of the shots pierced his heart, and despite the best efforts of paramedics and members of the public, Joshua was pronounced dead at the scene. Jerome quickly called his friend Lewis Carmody, who picked them up in a remote location and drove them to an area in North London. Police launched a murder investigation, and they used Josh's mobile phone to track down the offender's phone, which in turn helped them find the getaway driver. Lewis Carmody was arrested one day after the murder. His car that he used to take the killers to London was fitted with a black box, so the police were able to track his journey. The two killers were on the run for weeks until an anonymous tip called in and told the police that they were hiding. Back in Northampton, Jerome Smichel and Kayongo Shulako were arrested and both charged with murder. In court, Kiongo tried to snitch on Jerome and blame him for shooting Joshua Baines, but ballistics report proved there was two guns fired at the scenes. Both men were found guilty of murder. Jerome Michel was jailed for life with a minimum term of 32 years. Kayongo Shuliko was also jailed for life with a minimum term of 32 years. Lewis Carmody was convicted of assisting an offender and jailed for 6 years. Follow the page and leave a comment on any other criminal cases you'd like to see on the channel.